Yeah, I thought the performance of the night was Tommy. If you could see his ankle, it looks like a really quite an enlarged Cabernet grape. It is black and blue, and it is nasty. And he has done nothing for 2 days but live in recovery. I thought that was no shoot around today. Didn't know if he was going to play till really game time decision. He said he was going to play, and 33 minutes, 18 points, 11 rebounds, and defensively was just terrific. So my hat's off to him, because when you start getting that way, you start thinking about your teammates and not yourself, and that's huge. Great to see KJ back. Thought he controlled the game, just in a great flow and a great mindset, made some hard shots, got some easy baskets. And then, the Will Heater, that's pretty fun to watch. He's been, unfortunately, he had the flu and had a bad game right after the Michigan State game where he got sick in that game, and then didn't practice for 2 days. But he's starting to find his rhythm, and he most importantly elevated his teammates today with 7 assists. So nice balance inside out. They gave us layups. We were going to take them. We made shots that were off assisted plays, and we limited our turnovers to 6. So all in all, good day, and on to the next one.
Brady, we were talking about upping talent with this team. When these two are playing this well together, I don't know if you've seen this.
2, how about 3? And how about Moroz wasn't bad? Those are all 4 pretty good freshmen.
Right, but then you have those guys all whole, and those guys doing what they're doing. What's that mean?
Yeah, I keep saying it, and I don't think anybody believes me. It's our ceiling's really high. These guys are really talented players. They're all at some point of their career next level. I'm not afraid to say that. I've said it since day one. I love our ceiling. Unfortunately, it's been a really challenging month, 5 weeks, whatever it's been, where we haven't been whole. Still weren't whole today. I didn't think Draven was getting on the plane. Draven has not practiced. He's had the same flu bug that everybody has, and it's kept him in bed. Trey's had his lingering and at least practice yesterday. So he's been out for a while. So it's just we're still not whole, but I liked what those pieces together do. And Kasparas needs Tommy. Tommy needs all those guys. The scoring Will adds. The intelligence of Ben. His defense today I thought was great on Dawson. We had a great game plan, I thought, in terms of, we were going to let Femi shoot all the balls he wanted, and hopefully prevent everybody else from shooting them. So, yeah, it's nice. He and I had a long talk. The one thing about Kasparas is, I've said I've never been around a more studious young man. I've never been around somebody who cares so much. He's a perfectionist. You've got to let go of a bad moment or a bad game. And basketball's not such that you can dwell on that. You have to live in the moment. And, I told him, I said, Michael Jordan missed a lot of game winners in his career. Didn't prevent him from taking the next one. And you learn from him those things, but just get back to being you, and let's not worry about anything else but making your team great. And he's so responsive, and he had a great day of practice yesterday, and so I didn't doubt that he would be back.
Right, the combination, the biggest lineup you throw out there with the starting lineup, and then just 16 three-point attempts all at once. What was the focus of that?
Well, the way they guarded us had some impact on that, but our intent was to, start at the rim and kind of work out. It's like I tell everybody, when you walk in the gym to practice shooting, you start at the rim and move your way out. And we've got to have that approach a little bit in starting games, and yet I want guys taking their. I think we're maybe the only team in the country that's made 15 in a game more than 5 times. So it's a big part of what we do. It's just what they gave us tonight.
In Will's run, kind of start with that first half of the Michigan State. What sparked that? Where is this?
That is God-given. That is, I would like to say we're putting him in the right spots. We put him in every spot. He's a very, very talented offensive player. And I'm really proud of him because he's gained 20 pounds. He's worked extremely hard at his commitment with Fletch because he took a lot of hits today. And that was a really good defender guarding him. And but he's getting into his spots. He's spinning both ways. He's got a nice little fadeaway at 6'9" that's hard to get to. And then he's got great range. So he's got a pretty full package when it comes to that end, and it's just a matter of getting him going.
It seemed like KJ played off the ball tonight. What does that do for you? What was the hope there, getting off the ball?
Yeah, and it's more not by design. A lot of it was, there's multiple handlers on this team. It doesn't always have to be him, but yet we need it to be him a lot in ball screens because he's such a good facilitator. And, there's no doubt they were very conscientious of where he was at on the court in ball screens and the way they guarded him. And he's just a willing passer, and yet he still found ways to, get some baskets at the rim. And I think that was huge for him is finding a few easy ones. There was none of that. The great thing about an ankle is if you don't mind, it doesn't either. It's just hurt. It's just, are you tough enough to do it? And he is. And, it's not everybody is that tough. Not everybody can play through that. But he was, I got up early this morning and he was down there on the table already getting the massages and all the laser stuff and what technology does. So never a doubt that if he said he could go, I was playing him.
Obviously, Trey and Dion, performance recently, only played the 1 minute. You got to move behind that.
He's just hadn't been practice. He's been. It's hard to get back in a flow when you've been out as long as he's at. He's missed a game, and we kind of had a foul situation going there, and I'd hoped to get him a little longer run. I knew he wasn't going to get an extended run because he hasn't done much from a conditioning side of thing. But he's just had the one little brief practice yesterday. So, no doubt we need him. We need Draven, and those guys got to feel that got to feel healthy.
Talk about what this team's ceiling is for them to maybe experience kind of bumping up against a little bit. How important is that for them to have the performance where they did all the things you talked about this week?
Yeah, but everything we go through, we're so young that it's a great experience. So, going through the struggles, going through the hard things, going through a tough loss, all those things are new. We keep believing in ourselves, and that's the one thing that has been my job, is to not get frustrated with them because they're going through something for the first time, and it's like if you look back at the first article you read, it probably wasn't very good, and so you grow, you get better with experience, and everything's new for these guys, and I couldn't be any prouder of a group of guys that are 18 years old playing against Dawson, who's been around, he's been good, and so the experiences are positive, and when they feel that good, that's really encouraging.
Right, what was your focus in trying to limit Garcia?
Let Femi shoot all he wanted. Try to take away their make his touches hard. I didn't want Mitchell. I was really good with Patterson's booty ball and shooting twos. I think when this team's making threes, and then they become a handful. And Femi's a low volume guy, and he made some. Tip my hat to him. He was great, but we were going to let him shoot him from now until we play him again. And that just kept Dawson kind of out of from getting touches, and we wanted to make his touches hard.
Brent, how did you prepare yourself for condition yourself? I know we had young teams before, but coming up last year when you were so old, how did you prepare yourself or remind yourself?
I don't know. I liked our talent, and I really took it upon it as a challenge to see if we could do it. You read about some programs out there that have taken a lot of freshmen and maybe potential one-and-dones and maybe haven't been great. I haven't had that luxury. To me, it was a big challenge. And I was just as concerned, not about them, but about the newcomers who have played in college basketball, because the expectation level for them was going to be really high, because I had to lean on them and been in our program. Whereas last year the 3 grad transfers came in, we had a lot of other dudes Terrence and Coleman and guys who had been in the program. So, Kylan, Trey, Ben, all those guys early, we had to lean on them hard and have really high expectations for them. And they were just as new. But I don't know. I was pretty excited about the challenge, and I didn't run away from scheduling. I think if you want to look at the schedule, look at our next 4. So I just, and it's fun to see those young guys grow, because I knew how talented they were. It's great. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because we haven't been whole, and that's the hard part of my impatience as a coach, and the rotten loser I am. I mean, the worst. I tell you that. Okay, I'm a bad loser, but still, it hasn't. I knew there was going to be ups and downs with this team. My determination then was, how do I handle them, and how much do I push them, and it's been a great challenge for me as well.